Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope we're all doing well. It is Big Sunday after all, and I hope you guys are doing grand. For one, I've had a busy day, as is usual on Sundays for me. But I am looking forward to sitting down and enjoying a new game with you all. This is going to be a channel first. I have not played many new games to me on the channel, have I? But this is definitely going to be one. I've not touched SKALD against the Black Priory. I've heard good things about it. I understand that it is a top-down, party-based RPG. And it's supposedly dark and got some Lovecraftian elements to it. But beyond that, I don't know anything about it. So I could go in and get absolutely smacked. Or I could go in and breeze through. I doubt that's going to be the case, but we are going to find out together. Actually, let me turn my volume down here a little bit, so I'm not overpowering the game volume. Let's see there. Alright. One thing, I was looking through some of the options. And where was it? Looking through the display, they've got a CRT filter, which I quite like. Which I'm gonna wait and see how that looks on your end over there for you guys. And oh, classic. Alright, let's see how that is on your guys' end. Because I kind of want to, even if it's just on the soft. Okay, soft doesn't look too bad on you guys' side. I'm just going through this slowly because there's a little bit of latency. Oh, I do quite like that. Then, is there another one? Arcade. Interesting. Okay. I might put it on the kitchen TV. Oh dear. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Mini cat. Oh, that's harsh on my ears. Wow, this is a lot of broken black and white. Alright. So the last few, not to my liking, but I do quite like the classic. I think that's what we're gonna go with. This feels very good. This feels very nostalgic to me. I've played a lot of video games on CRTVs, a lot of Castlevania, a lot of Final Fantasy, and all that good stuff. So this feels very comfy. I like this. Alright. Difficulty, as you guys can see here, I just left it all the same. I just want to experience the game as it is. Audio is very simple. I'm not even going to look at controls because I don't know what they do yet. Gameplay, I have not changed anything. Okay, so let's exit here. Oh man, look at that. That looks quite good. So the reason why I started this game, I wanted to pick it up, is one, like I said, I just kind of feel like playing an RPG. But also, I would love to play Baldur's Gate 3 for you guys. I'm currently in the midst of a playthrough with my good, dear, very best friend. And we're having a rip-roaring time. And I was like, man, I want to play something like that for the channel. But I can barely run BG3 as it is. Trying to run Streamlabs and monitor it and go back and forth and stuff, my computer would probably turn into a bomb and explode. And I would prefer it not to do that. If I'm being honest with you, that would be cool. At some point, I might play old Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which I have played a long, long time ago. But that could be a fun time that we could do together. Let's see. So yeah, I was just kind of feeling like, man, I'm gonna start rereading the Black Company book, so I wanted something a little bit gritty. And what's grittier than a classic feeling RPG party based on a retro feeling CRTV looking setting? All right, so let's get this new game going. Visual style. All right, let's just continue this. Oh, there's character creation. Okay, I didn't realize this. I thought we were gonna have premades. Change during play. Okay, this is good. So if I'm getting mollywopped, I can just put it down. Wait for players who are new to this style of role-playing game to experience SKALD. You need to optimize. What about normal? Okay. So we're gonna do normal mode because I do want to at least attempt the game as intended. And if we're getting absolutely steamrolled, we can monkey with that later. Alright, next select a class for your character. Cool. Classes define a character's role in the party by adding certain exclusive abilities. Arms Master. Okay, a warrior. Okay. Does not have a specialized feature tree. Instead, access to all combat. Okay. Extra development points. Interesting. May use any armor, blades, axes, clubs, and bows. Okay. HP plus 5 per level. Bards. Okay, so they're kind of a roguish class. With the use of arcane magic. Okay. Main attribute is presence. Get a little bit of HP and magic per. Light armor, light and medium weapons. Battle Magos. I like that they use the term Magos. Reminds me of our playthrough of Mechanicus right now. And I love Warhammer, which we will be playing that tomorrow, by the way. That is the goal, anyway. Fire magic. Like other magi, so against a few combat-related feats, may wear light armor. Interesting. 2 HP for magical level. Interesting. Get a little bit of stuff going on. A champion is a cleric who excels in the use of blades and armor while still having limited divine spell casting abilities. The main attribute is presence. Any armor, all blades, and clubs. I'm kind of vibing with this. But we'll look through the other ones. A guild Magos. Develop all the different arcane spell schools fully. No combat related feats. Main is intellect. No armor. Light weapons. What about a Hierophant? Hierophant is also a cleric. But this is the spellcaster style of cleric, it seems like. What's the cost of having no combat related feats? Light armor, light and medium weapons. Okay. Hospitaller is a cleric. Frontline healer, interesting. Well armed and armored. Access to tiers of body magic. I'm guessing that's going to be our healing and support. I might do Hospitaller then. Because I do, if I don't go absolute balls to the wall, I want to do all the damage and bonk everything. I prefer to be like a heavy support. Well, usually in games I tend to be a little bit more of a backliner if I'm playing a more support role. But this could be interesting. Let's see, officer. It's a warrior. Okay, so like a support class. Okay. Makes sense. Ranger. Range combat warrior. Okay. I vibe with it. Thief. Classic rogue. Alright. Especially since I don't know what I'm going into, I think Hospitaller is going to be what I want to do. Get a little HP, get a little support and healing magic. Well armed and armored. Yeah, let's do that. Background. Background adds points and skills, influencing certain conditions and narrative content. Okay. Acolyte. Okay. Courtier. Awareness and diplomacy. Okay, this is like classic D&D type stuff. Okay. Entertainer, diplomacy and thievery. Ex-legionary. Guildcraft diplomacy. Toughness. Healing and lore. Interesting. That would fit our character very well. Noble. Nomad. 25% fire damage resistance. Interesting. Sailor, athletics and crafting. Sellsword, athletics and 3 vitality. That feels like a quite big boost there. Snake cultist. Writhing with serpents in darkened cellars and hidden temples has left you immune to the snake's kiss. Hopefully this will not be like old school D&D, and by old school I mean like 1st and 2nd edition, where a lot of the poison stuff was save or die mechanics. Which a lot of you guys who are around my age, who kind of are growing up, was late 3.5 and into 4th edition, that we really didn't have this. And if you didn't get the chance to play with any old heads in the older systems of 1st and 2nd, yeah. So the fact that it gives you 100% for taking this and nothing else, I'm kind of worried about poison. Street rat. Initiative and thievery. Thug. You've perfected the noble art of solving problems with brute force. That also reminds me of my good friend. He is the Ooga Booga master after all. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, let's do monastic. Then our stat distribution. Primary attributes and skills. This goes a long way towards defining your character. Okay. Agility, fortitude, intellect, presence. Okay. Okay, so presence influences healing. Diplomacy, okay. So I want these two, right? Because I'm going to be kind of frontline augment with healing. Crafting and lore. Maybe no. We are going to be agility. We are looking for crit chance. So let's do that. Okay. Oh, interesting. And it changed some of the skills down here. Okay, I got you. Very D&D. Very D&D. Alright. Athletics. Counts encumbrance from armor. Awareness. Crafting. Not terribly interested in crafting at the moment. Merchant stuff. Healing. Let's go ahead and put a point in this. Because we know we're going to be healing. Actually, let's put 1 point in that for now. Lore. General knowledge. Stealth. I don't know if we're going to be stealthing around too much in this. I'm going to be honest with you. Ooh, there's going to be food and navigation. Interesting. We aren't thieving. Let's put 1 in survival. Put 1 in lore. I feel like we're doing a very even spread. We're gonna put another in healing, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Andros, Hospitaller feats. These are the feats derived from your class. Distribute your development points in them to gain benefits new in the relevant Violet feat tree. More spells can be learned by studying spell tomes that you acquire as you adventure. Okay. Interesting. Religious training. Pure litany. It's a maneuver. Targets the character himself. Target self. Fortified will. I don't know what that does. Plus 2 willpower. Okay. And it removes fearful and panicked. That sounds nice. Wait, this is religious training. Divine spellcasting. Gain the ability to learn spells from mind, body, and spirit school. Oh. Why is my stream having a heart attack? That's not super cool. Are we good now? I think we're good. Alright, cool. Alright, define spellcasting. Activate spellcasting. I'm guessing it just allows us to do that. Cleric weapons. Shield training, fate length ability. Okay, so let's take one of each of these. And this. Increased fight, increased will, increased toughness. You can only take one of each of these, okay. Oh no, this one has more. What does this do? Phalanx bonus. While wearing a shield, get a dodge bonus for adjacent allies. Bonus is +1 per ally. Okay. Defend ally. Targets any ally adjacent. Adds defending. Oh, I'd like to see the condition. Okay. Resilience. Faithful. Okay. Body magic. Tier 1. Mind magic. Aura fear, clear senses. Blessed touch. Okay. This is like a smite. Yep. Blessing, touch, blessed. Okay. It's probably gonna be okay. Increased strength. Moderate. Okay, there's different types of poison I see now. Minor lay on hands, removes bleeding, heals, Serpent's Grace, fortified agility. Interesting. So let's definitely take that. Club. Bonus to clubs. Bonus to damage. What do we want? We could take just increased vitality, increased healing. So let's do that. Let's take those two. Tier 2 cures, lesser regen, +2 regen. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going into that tree. Oh, the all-important appearance. Whoa, that's pretty wild. I like that dude. Okay, male, female. Whoa, that dude's crazy looking. That dude too. Alright, so we got that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. That guy who also looks pretty wild. That guy looks pretty cool. Let's do this guy. He looks rugged. Let's do that. Do that. He's got black hair. Let's do that. Oh, there's only 2 tones? Dang, I am quite pale, so I was kind of hoping for a, like, surface of the moon level of pale. Ooh. And a main color. Which Power Ranger should we be? We're gonna be the Green Ranger. And he's wearing blue jeans. Heck yeah. And we gotta give him a cool black cape. Yeah. Alright. Type a name and press continue. We are Smole. Prologue. Ooh, this is really cool. I like this. Or the Zephyr. On the wide and dark, raging seas of the Outer Isles, a lone caravan struggles against the winds and waves towards the accursed Isle of Idra. Oh, I like that it still allows you to check keywords. Ain't Island of the Outer Isles. Okay. Callian Empire. Who are these cats? 9,000 or 8,000 year ago. Interesting. Empire. Moaning of creaking timbers, the tang of preserved fish. Gross. Your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness of the ship's dimly lit hold. Something suddenly strikes the hull, and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound, and a feeling of unease grows in your stomach. Oh, okay, well this... Rise, well rested and ready to go. Shouting up on the deck, something is not right. You should make your way up top and get a bearing. Let's go. Ooh, WASD? Oh, what does shift do? Oh, okay. A desk with a maritime navigation map. The map is labeled the Outer Isles, and a course is drawn toward an island named Idra. Okay. Whoa, interactables. Moving the cursor over an interactable object will make a yellow outline appear. Left mouse click to interact with the object, right to examine. Holding shift will highlight. Okay, we found that. Some objects are hidden and won't be highlighted until they're spotted. Okay. Light club and a dagger. Let's take both. Ooh, I can click to navigate as well. Okay. Let's view our inventory. I would... Got a little bit of gold. Let's go ahead and equip that. Spells. Uh-oh. Have I goofed? Have I made an oops? I might have done. That's alright, we're gonna be chilling. Don't worry about it, guys. Exit. Perhaps I... Just gonna break it. Using the club, you smash the lock in a fell swoop. The door begins to creak open. Okay. Did I perhaps misunderstand? Do you have to actually take all 3 points to get the magic? Oh, he spotted something. Take all of these, just in case. Tonic, or attunement tonic. Okay, I guess that's HP and imp. Whoa, hello. Interesting. Alright, I did not know it had a command prompt screen. That's good to know. Equip that, throw that in there. I want to equip that actually. Oh, I didn't want to consume that. All right. Exit that. You stop dead as you narrowly avoid stepping in a rust red puddle. The stench of blood fills your nostrils, and as you look around in the dim light of the hold, you realize someone or something fought for their life here. The same moment the thought hits you, a hiss sounds from the shadows. You squint towards the shadows as a hunched, feral-looking form slowly slinks forward. Tiny, disgustingly human-like hands, yellow fangs, and a grotesquely dexterous pink tail leave no doubt of the creature's rodent nature. Though as it emerges from the shadows, it becomes abundantly clear that what may have started life as a common ship rat has now grown into something that has no right to exist. A second hiss sounds behind you, and the abomination lunges at you. Initiative. Okay. Characters act in initiative. You can view initiative turn order by the widget on the left side of the screen. Okay. Moving with the cursor will pop it out. Okay. Over name. Flash. Okay. MP. Yellow pips are okay. You can move the number of tiles. Each combat equal to movement points and attack. But spinning attacks to move means you won't be able to attack. Interesting. I kind of like that. That's an interesting idea. Performing an attack will clear out all remaining movement points. Okay. So you can do, like many DMs do in D&D, where you can split your move and your attack. Okay. Pressing shift brings up the tactical overlay, making it easier to see. Okay. Continue. Draw steel. Let's see. Begin combat. Alright, if I... Whoa. I want to hit him. Oh, do I need to... Oh. Interesting. Okay. Beat that guy up. Okay. Gained 122 XP. I kind of vibe with this. This is cool. What is this? I want that torch. Or I want to light it anyway. Am I poison? Weekly disease. -1 agility. Okay. I guess I do need to have 3. Alright. What is this? Crate. I'll take it. Take the left door. Conditions. You've contracted a disease. You can see what characters are. Opening up the character sheet. Click the portrait or press C to do so. Not all conditions are negative. Negatives are often cured by magic or rest. Disease can be cured by a potion. Pick up and equip a lantern to search the area. Some characters are hidden until a character spots them. Okay. Ooh, lantern. Oh, I don't want to do that. What is the inventory? Okay. Okay, I can offhand stuff, which is nice. Rat tail, potatoes. Alright. There we are. I see a barrel. Potion cure disease, very good. Salt. Leave. Stop. What is it? 6. I want to shift or use I, or tab, rather tab or use I to get to my inventory. All right. All right. Oh, ladder. You emerge onto the ship's lower deck. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you become aware of a hulking figure standing in the shadows. Small, here at last, growls a rough voice. Who's there? Show yourself. It's Roland. Where the tides have you been? Below deck's planning our landing. Why? Mind your own effing business. What's going on? And why are you skulking around? The island is in sight. The damn guilders refuse to land. They want to turn back. If we turn back, we lose our shot at the girl. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Did they say why? Only superstitious bilge. They claim they saw something in the water. Either way, our boys are about to show them some very real steel. Knew I'd regret chartering a Gilder ship. If we can't land, we lose our shot at the girl. And no one gets paid. Listen here, I know our boys better than most. We've hired them to go to Idra and kill. If we don't pay them, things will go bad quickly. But the sailors are bloody terrified. Claim something is hunting us. Let's go, for all the good it'll do. Wait, there are a few sailors up ahead. Rattles a pair of rabbits. Is there a way past them? We're not here to make friends, if that's what you're suggesting. Spill sailor blood, and the guild will want to make you pay. Take the left door ahead, and spare us some trouble. And a pay cut. We'll see. Perhaps. Anything else you feel compelled to tell me? Let's just get off this bloody boat. Alright, left door. Oh, party member. Roland. Roland? Roland, Library of Ruina? Boo-hoo, my wife, Roland? JK, I love Roland. I think he's really cool. Add a new character to your party. Press Q or the character portraits to swap the party leader. Okay. The current leader's attributes are used for tests outside combat. Okay, so she's aware to stealth. Gotcha. Energize yourself with attributes and abilities of party members and have the right character take the lead depending on circumstances. When a new member joins your party, they level up to your current level. Okay. So you don't have to worry about catching up new characters. Okay, level up's down here. Okay. Let's see what he's got going on. Arms Master. Then go to the feat screen. Points to distribute 11. Okay. Increase athletics. Arms Mastery. Let's put 3 in here. Actually, let's reset that. I don't know if I want him to be... all that. Actually, what does he got in his inventory? Save an exit for now. What do you got? What do you got, homie? Two-hander? Oh, he's got this Zweihander. Very good. He does have a bow. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Ooh, and he gets second win at 6. Let's see. Do we want to give him second wind? Let's give him second wind, just in case. We could put one... what's it with blades? Heavy weapon accuracy. I feel like it wouldn't count as a blade, right? Even though it is bladed. It's a sword. But this is specifically two-hand. Save an accent. Let's go back to his inventory. Melee, heavy blade, slashing. Would that count? This blade... blade accuracy, blade finesse. Heavy weapon. This doesn't say anything about the other. That's club, it's axe, it's bow. Here we put in just blade accuracy, just one? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, got some other stuff here. Thieves' tools, gold. Okay. Oh, crafting. Crafting screen. Can do stuff with the crafting. Alright, we're gonna exit. Would like... can we... Periclin? I'm guessing that's... fish. A note is scrawled in crude letters. Cook! I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There's a limit to how long a man can live on salt potatoes and perclin. Take head or get a dagger in the eye, you cheap bastard. Fun line here, huh? Alright. He said to go through the left door. Press the hind button to go into stealth mode. On stealth, indicator becomes visible. A yellow indicator means you're in danger of being spotted. When your indicator is yellow, it will count down to 0. When it reaches 0, you're spotted and will be visible. Moving in lit areas and being closer to other characters will make the counter go down very fast. Stick to shadows and avoid people. Okay. Dictated by stealth skill. Stay hidden for longer. Wearing armor makes it harder. Okay. The indicator turns green. It means you are no longer in danger of being spotted. Spending time in green areas will refill the stealth meter. Okay, what was the stealth? 3. Ooh, I don't know who spotted me. Okay. Again, I can just kind of back and forth this. Oh dear. The sailors stare at you, wide-eyed and terrified. Dead emperors, it's coming for us. It whispers to me. One of them draws a weapon with shaking hands. Get away from me, weirdo. Diplomacy verse 10. Calm yourself. You're guild sailors. Ooh, I must roll a 7 or higher on 2d6. Okay. 2d6, that's not terrible. I only need to roll 1 above average. So, let's roll the dice. Hey! 12 beats 10. Success. You bring glory upon thine ancestors. The men stop dead in their tracks, seemingly shocked back from their momentary lapse of sanity. The pair blinks towards you in a moment of indecision, and then stumbles up to the main deck and the tumult that seems to be taking place up there. Didn't need stealth anyway. And on reflection, I probably should have known that it would probably result in me, force it. There we go. Masterwork short sword and a buckler. I probably should have known that it would make me get spotted. Not rest anywhere in this area. Okay. Well, on the plus side, that does mean I can loot stuff a little bit. Stairs up. What is this? This seems to be blood. Force it. Oh. Lovely. You recognize the corpse of one of the crewmates, a young man of barely 16 years called Sullum. The youth has been mauled to death by what you assume are the grotesquely altered rats you encountered just minutes ago. The corpse is still warm. It's unfortunate. 2 tonics. Fine dagger. Apothecary's desk. Well, he's not going to need to use them anymore. Alright. Gold. Journal. Okay. Brandy. Let's see. Where is this? Read it. Written on the day of the departure from the mainland. Left Adler's helm today with a full complement of passengers. Mercs, by the looks of it, paid well. The ship was dispatched by the guild before we could fully restock medical. Hopefully we won't need them. Then again, our passengers make me uneasy. Written 5 days ago. Brawling mess. Had to set nose. Men seem on edge. Can't say I blame them. I've been sleeping poorly and dreams are unsound. 4 days ago. Egan came to me today with a bite wound that he sustained whilst working in the hold. Didn't see creature, and I would say it was a rat's bite if it weren't for the size. Some aspect of the dentation that I find hard to explain properly. 2 days ago. I was visited today by Navigator Aslam. He asked for white fur, a sedative. Claimed he had trouble sleeping. Suspected he was not fully forthcoming, and when pushed, he mumbled something about the stars being odd. Not sure what he meant, and he left before I could push him further. Today. Men are about to break. We cannot maintain our course for Idra. Captain advised me today to make ready the surgery and to expect casualties. I suspect he intends to inform our passengers that he refuses to land on the island. If this is my last, the entry trails off. Well, that is giving me a rather grim view of what's happening on board right now, and of where we're going. Oh dear! You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing off with each other, with weapons drawn. The ship shakes violently in the grip of a storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and their frantic arguments, you bellow for the attention of the assembled crewmen and mercenaries. Both the ship's captain and the leader of the mercenaries you hired, a coarse thug of a man named Gustavo, turn their attention towards you. They look ready to use the unsheathed weapons in their hand at the slightest provocation. Alright, let's talk to the captain. It is his ship, after all. You know him to be a reasonable but suggestible man. At present, his usually placid eyes are wild with panic or anger. Paid you for passage. The coast of Idra is cursed. We'd heard tales and assumed them grog-drenched rumors only, but there is something between us and the shore that would drag us all to a watery grave. What are you talking about? What have you seen? Naught but glimpses. My men have seen the shadow of something deep in the water, stalking us. Nothing natural moves like that. Gustavo glares murderously at the captain. You renege on our deal based on a glimpse? Foolish superstition. Take us in now. Gustavo, do as you wish. Alright, let's try and reason with him. There's desperation in the captain's voice. We are seasoned sailors. We do not balk at shadows. You need to be alive to rescue this girl you speak of. We're out of time. Sail us in or argue the point with Gustavo. You speak sense. Perhaps it is better to turn around. Gustavo, have at it. Well, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance here. Gustavo turns his steely gaze from you to the captain. Let me spell this out for you, sea dog. We contracted to rescue the girl, but if you don't get us to the shore, we'll gut you for free. The mercenaries you hired all shift their weight in anticipation of making good on that promise. Captain, he's right. Do what you were hired to do. Or, Gustavo, convince the man. Alright, let's continue to reason. Something changes in the captain's expression. He stands tall. I will not order my ship and my men to certain doom. We shall not get any closer to the coast while I have command. I believe you, but my contract with these men does not mean your survival. Alright. I'm sorry, Captain. You leave us no choice. To be fair, I warned him. Let's make it happen. Let's see. Moving at least 2 tiles in a straight line before performing an attack allows characters with melee weapons to perform a charge attack. Charge attacks, significantly increase your likelihood to hit. Interesting. Charge attacks add a bonus to your hit chance, depending on how far you manage to move. That's also interesting. The teal pips over the character indicate how much momentum is built up. Bigger the pips, bigger the movement. Successful charge will give the following text. Okay. A character can be flanked if opponents occupy the tile above and below, or to the left and to the right. Okay, classic. Classic stuff. Rogues automatically backstab flank targets. That sounds really good. Here the main character has moved to the right of the mercenary. And then Roland moves to the left and is now flanked. Who is now flanked? Note the red double arrow icon indicating flanked. Ooh, there are a bunch of boys. Alright, let's begin. Oh, nice. Inflicted some panic. Lesser Frenzy ended. I would like to use a potion. And I would like to smack that guy. Whoa, they got a wizard. What the heck? No one told me they had a wizard. Alright, who's this guy? Captain. Okay, this is the hostile guy. Alright. Maneuver. Do you have a maneuver? have second wind. Alright, slash that guy. Beat that guy up. That wizard is some nasty work. Do you have a pot? Let's give you a pot. We go that way. Then we can run up on this guy. Kill a mage. Fire spitter. Okay. Roll and kill that guy. Oh, is he a, Ooh. Yeah, kill that guy. Victory! Wahaha! Loot the corpses of your enemies. Got some gold. Nice. You rest your sword arm and survey the carnage. Then suddenly, a loud crash as something collides violently with the hull. Surviving mercenaries and crewmen alike fight to keep their footing as the ship lurches. Suddenly, huge, monstrous tentacles burst from the water around the ship. For a split second before the terror sets in, you wonder what Gustavo must be thinking as the monstrosities loom over him. After reaching their full height, the tentacles curve inwards and smash into the ship. Some pierce straight through the deck, others snap the masts like they were matchsticks. You stand, frozen in place. Through a haze of splintered wood and panicked screams, you notice Roland. He throws himself out of the way of a tentacle, but begins to fall overboard as the ship lurches once more. He's my homie. We gotta rescue my homie. You dash towards the ship's fractured rail, dodging holes in the deck and wounded men beseeching you for help. Roland hangs by one arm from the side of the ship. You have to grab him. You lunge for Roland's arm, but he loses his grip and your fingers close only around thin air. You missed him by an inch. He falls wordlessly downwards. You watch as he is swallowed by the raging sea. The ship is listing fatally, and you see the great tentacles high above you, poised for the coup de grace. Abandoned ship! As you jump, you hear the terrible rending of wood giving into flesh. Oh my god, that's very descriptive. The impact of the water winds you. The waves pummel you down, the currents beseech you to go deeper. Ever deeper. Peaceful blackness. Sink. Two weeks earlier. Okay. Exit. What's up, big homie? Guardsman dressed in the livery of Noble House Baron. Guard scowls. Arms Master Lyra awaits you at the main entrance. You best talk to her if you've not already done so. Okay. Come here, whelp. An aging, armored man in the livery of House Baron stands and scowls at you. Eyes like coal peer out from a craggy face, French top and bottom with wild, white hair. I want to return his stare. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though his voice is full of gravel, there's now a glint in his eye, as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Kitty on, you old fool, beaten older and grayer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old. Go easy, you old boar. Gideon steps back and allows you to breathe again, before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard of your father's passing. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? Drunk and reeking of his own piss. Oh dear. Let's not dwell on old ruins. Inglorious battle at my side. His eyes narrow, then the old warrior died a fitting death. Gideon is quiet for a moment, then breaks into a grin. We'll raise a cup in his name together, you and I. As soon as you're done with Cato, and I can rustle up some ale fit for a guest. Gideon, why am I here? Master Cato will chew your ear plenty when you see him, small. Lyra, the new master at arms, awaits you by the main gate, or entrance. She'll escort you, and don't ask her not to, if you think I had a temper. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled houseguard's voice. Diplomacy versus 15. should look for this through. I'm just gonna roll with him, I think. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take this lantern. Lord Baron will wait, and we don't want you getting lost in the hedge maze again. The man laughs heartily and hands you a small brass lantern. Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, boy. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance, and seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. Damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the aches. Let me tell you, I'd take an arrow in the leg any day. If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me a happy man. Gideon shifts as if to emphasize his stiff knees. But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first, and I'll be here for later. Alright. Where's this Lyra? Oh dear. Oh dear. Where's my inventory? 6. There we go. Here, Master Kato isn't seeing anybody. Charmed, I'm sure. Or is it the main entrance, right? So maybe we go up and over. Woof! Oh, there's a dog. What's up, dog? Oh, you can pet the dog. Cool. Who's this chick? Oh, is this, okay, Lyra. A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is the new master at arms for House Baron. As you approach, she offers a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be disrespectful. Greetings, Small. Master Kato welcomes you back to House Baron. The master is eager to meet with you and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food and then perhaps walk the grounds and gardens. The maze, why? Why have I been summoned? As for the master himself to answer, he will soon enough. For now, though, please get some food and look around. I'm sure old Gideon would be happy to see if you've already talked to him. Very well. Excellent. Though I'm still sure I'm sure you still know your way around the grounds. The kitchen is the building to the east, and the garden and hedge mage is to the west. Come back and check in with me once you've stretched your legs. All right. Whoa. Who's that homie? Who's this guy? Oh, alright. The weird looking dude. Kinda looks kinda like Kefka from what's it called? Final Fantasy VI. Do I have to how do I get into this building? Let me in. Oh, here's the hedge mage. Oh no, I just don't know. Let me hear someone yell her name. Your memory tugs at you, urging you onto the center of the maze. Okay. I say, I'm quite lost. Unfortunate. Alright, we're going to do the tried and true method of you pick one wall and follow it all the way around as far as you can. You stand in the center. Oh, that wasn't much of a maze. Alright. Found me, daydreamer. Remember the tone of her voice. Like the water, it's so calm. Strange colors bleed and spread across the surface. Interesting. Do forgive me, by the way, if I am a bit less talkative, a bit less narrative as we go through this. Because I do want to take in a lot of the stuff that's going on. Is there another little area over here? Or is this just dead ends? It looks like dead ends. Alright, let's go back down here. Alright, we've done the hedge maze. Let's go to the actual east, not the west. And find ourselves some grub. And maybe even a bottle of brandy for our boy. You enter the kitchen, and a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's all so much quieter, emptier, and gloomier than you remember. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting by the oven, kind, red-faced, and tending a shank of lamb. You remember the matronly woman as she sat, humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasting meat. It was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Have you eaten yet? Or as we like to say in the South, jeet yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her aprons and hands it to you. As son to the master-at-arms from the great house baron, you did not go wanting. Materially, at least. He's here again down in the cellar. He's not so good, my child. Sleeping now, but it would be best if you got him to bed before his men see him like this. Again. Not in your stomach is as real now as it was when you were 12. I'll go get him. Don't worry, he won't make a fuss. Just needs time. You know, Small, deep wounds take a long while to heal. The old woman turns back to her meat and resumed her meandering humming. May I help you, milord? A man in chef's outfit offers in a hoarse voice. Yet, mind your own business. Chef offers a short bow and a tired but sincere smile. Chef Armand. So that was short of your own only minutes ago, and my oven must be fired up again. Indeed I am. Whilst I stoke the fire, you run down the pantry and fetch some cured ham and cheddar cheese. Then teach you how to cook my renowned melted cheese sandwich. Should have a want for an evening meal as long as you live. Or as long as you live. Splendid. The pantry is west of the wine cellar, and the cheese in the northernmost room. Return when you have the cured ham and cheddar. I shall provide bread and instructions. Now venture forth into the underworld. Gideon has asked me to fetch him a bottle of brandy. The old wretch is too cowardly to come himself, so he sends you instead. The brandy will be the end of him, I say. Then again, who am I to deny the old fool his few pleasures? You'll find a crate of Goremian. There we go. Went Star Wars there for a second. Goremian brandy in the northeast corner of the wine cellar. Thanks. Where's the wine cellar? Use the hatch in the floor over there. Good luck. Alright. Over here. Alright. Oh. You see a cauldron. Can I interact with it? That'll probably be where we need to go down here. Lantern, but I've got a lantern. Thanks to Gideon. Wine cellar lies that way, and you can almost hear the faint sobbing. Ghosts, no doubt. By a long hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. You sent it away, but in doing so, preserved its strength. Now it demands freedom. Mistress Valeria, open the door. Your father doesn't even notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings. How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she? Try to take some sense into him. Your father jolts upright, the bloodshot whites of his eyes glaring out in the darkness. We found her, wandering the forest outside the estate. Mistress Valeria! Haltingly, and leaning heavily on you, your father manages to stand. She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was the girl, you know. The seed was planted in Valyria that night. But how could you know? You were but a babe yourself. You helped lead the now sobbing man out of the cellar. Lord Cato trusted me, and I failed him, but Valyria was the one to pay the price. Mind broken and that spawn of a child. Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honor, as much as your harlot mother? Your father steps away from you, unsteadily, tears streaming down his contorted face. Strike the man. You draw a ragged breath and snap out of the memory. Your knuckles white. You're alone in the damp cellar and don't particularly feel like dwelling there. I do have that, right? Yeah, I got the brandy. For that old goat. Cured meat. Grab some more cured meat. Then we need the cheese. I'm vibing with the soundtrack as well. It's good. It's much more ambient, I suppose you could say. It's certainly not Final Fantasy, but it is very, very good so far. It very much fits it. You know, in the way that the bombastic and over the top, very, what would the word be? Cinematically soulful, grandiose might be the word I'm looking for. Way that Final Fantasy, a lot of that music is composed. This is not. But I think it fits this game better so far. Have you seen Lyra yet? Better not keep her waiting. I got your medicine. That's some fine foraging, young whelp. Before you can get a word in, Gideon snatched the bottle, uncorks it, and drinks deeply. The old man, eyes closed in relief, lets out a deep sigh. May your sleep be dreamless. He speaks as if to himself. May your sleep be dreamless. Gideon smiles sadly. An old soldier's greeting. Something one mercenary would say to another is a prayer to not dwell on painful memories. The kind that comes with the work. Your father and I... Gideon halts momentarily and looks at you. Your father and I would always part with his words. Now I've held you long enough. Be on your way. Alright, lady. Are you ready for Master Cato, or do you wish to wander around a bit more? Have you eaten? Perhaps you see the hedge maze, the darkness does not scare you. Let's go see the master. Very well, if it pleases you, the master is in his office. I didn't do the subquest with the grilled cheese, but we're gonna just keep moving, I guess. And note, once you meet with the master, things may move quickly, and you may not have another chance to walk the grounds. Yes, I remember the way. Suppose you do. But I'll escort you nonetheless. A flicker of a smile plays across her face, and she beckons for you to lead the way. Subquest. Okay, it does give you... Interesting. The opulence is faded, the shadows longer. Clearly much has changed since the last time you were here. Try to remember how long it's been. It's been years, perhaps decades since you were here. Not since your father was the house arms master. Not since... You must have your wits about you, and perhaps now is not the time to dwell on painful memories. We'll be on our way. We're a man of action, after all. Flanking the doorway are two marble statues. The craftsmanship is stunning, but the sight of the two women depicted fills you with sadness. One you recognize immediately. Valyria Baron, the mistress of the house. You remember her as a gray ghost, absent in a while. The other statue depicts the girl you once knew so well, Embla Baron, daughter of the house, and now a woman grown strong and clear-eyed. Her likeness has none of her mother's cowed timidness. How is the mistress these days? The mistress's vacation has long been impatient to see you. Okay. I guess we'll keep rolling then. Okay. A Cato Baron sits tall in a tasteful but modest reception room. It looks less imposing than you remember, and with a few more crow's feet. If you don't know, by the way, crow's feet are the little lines right on the very outer corner of your eye that comes up when you've experienced a whole lot of stress or a whole lot of age. Nonetheless, he's lost none of his composure or air of casual authority. You take a seat across from a formidable desk from him. This study, like the rest of the villa, is half-lit, giving a morose cast to its opulence. The older man's face creases into a tired but genuine smile, which momentarily lifts some of the room's oppressive mood. Cheery place. It's a mercy to see you again, your own man, and in your prime, Cato says, before a frown consumes his smile. It's just a shame our union is overshadowed by the fates of those we love. But perhaps together, we can yet improve our collective circumstances. So you know my father is dead. Cato leans forward, hands clasped beneath his chin. I shan't deny it. I was saddened to hear of his passing. Despite everything, I remember him fondly. We drove him to drink and mercenary work. Let's take the professional option, shall we? Cato was off guard for a moment, before letting out a deep breath. Then the years have bestowed you with wisdom. I am glad, for it has forsaken the house of Baron. Why am I here, asshole? Imbla is missing. Cato's voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. Now I beg of you, Small, help me find my daughter. Help her return home, where she belongs. Alright, what's happened to her? She left without notice a week ago. But from the scant clues we had, we believe she boarded a ship bound for one of the outer isles, Idra. She went of her own free will. At the time, I thought little of it. Cato begins to glower. Since then, however, there have been reports. Grave ones. Reports? No one, and no word, has left Idra in days. Rumor has it even the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not how this touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me, one way or another. Alright. Any idea why she left? Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts, but I suspect... Oh my goodness, I can't speak English. But I suspect you already knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately, and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she's looking for answers. But why Idra? Why indeed? There's little on the island, save for the port of Horin. If Idra was her destination, she must have landed there. But her aptitude. An aptitude of the worst kind. It does not spring from the canonical imperial praxis. That's a lot of $5 words. Instead, it comes from elsewhere. It is the kind the Empire does not suffer to exist. I hope it's only answers that she seeks. Okay, what can I do? Hire mercenaries. Travel to Idra and begin your search in the port of Horin. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost, just bring back my daughter. Works? Yes. If nothing else, the port will be dangerous enough. That's why I've summoned a Roland Greyeye to me, a crude but effective sellsword that I've made good use of before. He shall accompany you on this task. Roland Greyeye? The man is a grizzled veteran. He may have slowed with age, but his experience and reliability more than make up for it. He's also much respected by similar men, and so will be instrumental in hiring a reliable crew. I'll take it into consideration. Cato shows you his upturned palms, beseeching. I know this thing I ask of you is fraught with danger, but this is your chance at improving your fortune, materially and in honor. What say you? What do we got? What do we got, guys? What makes you think I care? Do we take the flippant, chaotic approach? Do we do honest? I'm not too inclined for the family name thing. Except for Imbla. Imbla is a childhood friend. and I'm a sucker for helping my friends, so let's do it for Embla's sake. Kato smiles softly, visibly relieved, and for a moment he looks like the man you remember. Have you any final questions or matters to discuss? Time is, as I'm sure you appreciate, of the essence. Let's just get on with it. Also, I meant to take a break from speaking as much, because I was thinking about doing more Mahotsukai today, and I'm going to move that to maybe Tuesday. And this turns out to be a lot of text to read. But what can you do? It is fun so far. I'm kind of liking it's fairly basic plot, but I'm here for it. There's nothing wrong with a simple tried and true plot. Kato stands with poorly concealed effort, and Smole. You stand and meet his gaze. Return her to me. There's no other outcome of this affair. Shake his hand, remain silent, or you have my word. You shake on it. Action over words. Alright. Oh, I'm in the water. Okay. Do I still have all my stuff? I do not have all my stuff. Not optimal. Okay. Slowly, you drag yourself from the cold water onto the relative safety of solid rock. You try and fail to stagger forwards as exhaustion washes over you in a great black wave. Oblivion takes you before you hit the rocky ground. You're awoken by the cacophonous cries of gulls circling you. Your body is a mass of pain and exhaustion, covered in 1,000 cuts and scrapes. Large white birds gather around you in eager anticipation. What a magnificent feast your bloated corpse would make. Not today, assholes. Minutes or perhaps hours pass as you lay unmoving, trying desperately to will some warmth back into your body. Finally, you manage to force your eyes open. By some miracle, you are not only alive, but you find yourself on the shores of the cursed island, Idra. Strewn around you is the wreckage of the Zephyr. You see no other survivors. Lest you find equipment and companions soon, you may have cheated death in vain. Alright, critical injury. Take enough damage to reduce both your bite and wounds. Okay, there's a wound system. Green bar represents fight. Fight is a buffer to your wounds, and as long as you have Bite left, you won't take serious wound damage. Bite is easily lost and easily regained. Cool enough. Potions and healing magic restore Bite, even during combat. The purple bar, over here, represents wounds. Losing wounds is much more serious. Reaching 0 means you fall unconscious. Wounds can only be recovered by resting or leveling. Try to avoid taking wounds at all costs. Whenever you take wound damage, you gain an injury condition. Okay. This is actually interesting. I like this. I really, really like this. Now I'll tell you why. It comes a lot from D&D and a lot from video games as well. The problem that I have with a lot of these, and I get why in many cases they do it, because it's just more fun in a lot of cases, is that if you have one hit point, one singular hit point, if a gnat breathes on you, you will die 1 hit point. You are just as effective and lethal as you are at full HP. Alright, does that make sense? Because functionally, like in D&D, unless you're doing some homebrew stuff, and your DM's doing some stuff to make it a little bit more difficult, more hard, then it doesn't matter whether you're on your last hit point or your 100th hit point. You're still rocking and rolling. Same with a lot of video games, right? Most video games, even video games that do have health mechanics or are in a similar vein, and I'll just use because I mentioned it earlier in the stream, like Baldur's Gate 3, I believe it's been a long time, so I may be wrong, but as you are at your highest hit point value. And that's something that makes sense for a lot of games, for a lot of tables, but at the same time reduces a lot of the gritty realism from games like this. Alright, let's continue. Injuries confer serious penalties to your character and can only be removed by resting. Okay. A party full of injured party members has its combat effectiveness severely reduced. Making camp and resting is the surest way to restore an injured character. Note that resting is not possible in every location, so plan accordingly. You can also rest at inns when you find them. Okay. So with that, now that we've made sure, we are going to play a little bit more. I'm not sure how much more, but we are going to play more. But if you would be so kind as to give me a couple of minutes to take a quick bio break and to grab another drink, I will be right back in like 2 minutes tops. Give me just a second, guys. I appreciate your patience. Alrighty here. Let's get back to it, shall we? I appreciate your patience, ladies and gents. We are now back in the game. And let's go ahead and level up. Back down a little bit. There we go. Ow. I'm bumping stuff. Okay. Small Riches level 2, plus 4 bite, plus 3 attunement. For the first time in your life, you are overcome with a sense of purpose. The path ahead will undoubtedly be difficult, but you are certain it is one that you are supposed to take. Interesting. So, alright, let's go ahead and get our new spells. Alright. Can we... Alright, we'll do that later. Oh, continue. Alright, Pure Litany, increased fight. We've got 2 more points, so we could do increased willpower. Or increased attunement. Not enough for that. Could do phalanx. Could do clubs. It definitely seems like the game wants us to use clubs. I would kind of like to go big weapon mode, but it's what it is. So let's put 1 in here. Just get 1 plus 1 to hit. And then new spells. Let's go ahead and put 1 in here. Save and exit. And here we go. I was mistaken initially. You do have to put enough to get up to the level 1, the full level 1, instead of just taking the first level to get your spells. Let's see. Let's get Lay on Hands. Let's get Cure Poison. All right. And if I remember right, we are in rags. We are naked. We did spot something. We did spot some stuff. Got a little gold, hand mirror, rusty bread knife. Got some of that stuff. Can I go down there? Whoa! Standing on is a young woman dressed in nautical guild livery. Wet auburn hair clings to her face in the cold wind. She has an arrow cocked on a short bow as you squint up at her. Give me one good reason not to end you right now. She must have served on the lizard, on the Zephyr. I'll say nothing. You're just like the rest of them. Step on any neck so long as it gets you a leg up. Is that it? Red-faced with anger. 12 I was when they sold me to the Nautical Guild. Did you know I'm listed on their records as an asset? A bleeding commodity to use and trade away as they will. How many nights I spent dreaming of that bloody ship sinking so I can get away. And now that's happened. You were a slave? Shut your bleeding mouth before I put an arrow through your neck. She draws the string back even further. For a long moment, you think she's going to let it loose. Instead, she sighs deeply and lowers her bow. One way or another, you did buy me my freedom. And I'd be a cursed woman for putting you down as thanks. Even if I'm stuck here on this bloody island for now, I'll tell you what. Help me get away from here, and I'll consider us even. You can start by telling me your name. Katiana. Ooh, that's a pretty name. I like that name, Katiana. Katiana's my name. The crew calls me Kat. Or rather, they did, I suppose. She looks up and down the beach with a furrowed brow. Listen, you have to get up. We need to get off this beach before you freeze. Or worse. Worse? There's something wrong about this place. Can't you feel it? Like a taste in your mouth. You're beasts. Huge sea creatures I ain't never seen before. I saw them dragging the dead crewmen into a cave west of here. At least I hope they were dead. She shudders. What do you suggest? We need supplies and shelter first. There might be salvage to be had among the wreckage on the beach. I also think I spotted the chimney of a house just north of the cliffs. A warm fire and some food would go a long way. Kat offers you a hand and drags you to your feet. She looks pensively towards the west. Also, as I said, there is a cave west of here. I think the crabs dragged off most of the corpses there, but what if they're not all dead? Might be other survivors like you and me. What's more, there's a chance one of the officers was carrying the seal when the boat sank. If we can find it, the Nautical Guild would give anything to have it returned to them. Seal? The Captain's Seal. It's a medallion of sorts that is carried on every guild vessel. It's not just for show, either. They say the seals are forged by the Magi, and that they have secret powers. But I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the guild pays well to have one returned if a ship is ever lost. It's always worn by one of the officers. I don't think the captain had it on him when the fight broke out. Might have been the first mate was carrying it. I think he was still alive when the ship sank. Okay. So I would say the cave to the west is where we should start looking. Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Alright, welcome to the crew, Katiana. Good. I found this bow in the cargo crate. We best find you a weapon too as soon as possible. I suspect we'll need it before long. Together you begin to move, off the beach and towards whatever darkness dwells in the island's interior. Alright, let's get her leveled. Katiana. She's a thief, okay. First time in your life, okay, it's the same thing. Tradecraft, backstabber, okay. Light weapon, thievery, pierce damage, light weapon. But okay, it does turn into. Then does the bow, ranged light. Okay. Okay. She's got 10. Increased stealth. Let's go ahead and put 1 into that. 1 into that. And go ahead and put 4 into here, in case we need to stealth our way around. Okay, increase thievery. I like the idea of her being our very lithe, tricky, slippery, stealthy. She's our stealth archer. She is our Skyrim stealth archer, is what I'm going for. Increase backs down. Alright, let's increase this. Oh, actually, shoot. Actually, no, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll work towards the heightened combat. Alright, can we look this way? Is there some more stuff? Gold, yarn, not the most exciting. Dagger, hood, checker tunic, gold. Barrel, goblet. 6. And pour ammo. Might as well put that on. Didn't even do anything. I don't even know if it does anything for us. I'll put that on. It's not even a weapon. Oh, I can't be used by this class, dang it. Alright, I'm trying to be a little bit... Rations? Okay. Climbing holds. I'll leave that. I don't know what that is. Now, let's go back around this way, I think. I do want to check out that... Did I check this? Yeah. I want to check out that key there. Gold. A couple hand axes. Oh, there's a dude. Who the heck are you? That dude looks crazy. Okay, I can't go that way. Alright, I guess we gotta talk to him. So, whoa! This dude is crazy. A lanky man with skin like sun-dried leather stares slack-jawed at you. He's dressed in rags and with a wide-brimmed hat and a large bundle of scraps slung over his shoulder. Do Basilo's eyes deceive him? More ghosts? I don't know why he's from Appalachia, but he's from Appalachia now. Or did the sea spit you back out alive? Not many are that lucky. Your eyes fall on the crude, spiked club that hangs from its belt. Who are you? Basilo makes his living picking at what the mother maelstroms does not swallow. And it's been rich pickings as of late. Crates and barrels and even the odd fleshy morsel. The man bears a row of blackened teeth in what you assume is a smile. Rich pickings. That was my voice. Rich pickings. Now listen here. Basilo's got pros for you. The man smiles in greedy anticipation. Sure is bursting with bounty today. Man can make a fortune if he sets his mind to it. Better yet, no need for Basilo to risk his hide. You seem fit enough, and I got coin. I'll buy whatever you bring me. Might even have a piece or two to sell if you're interested. Just beware them clippers. Clippers? Ah, crabs and critters and such. Growing large and strange this time of year. Get your leg in the clippers, and they'll lop it right off. So you best be careful. But not to worry. Basilo's always giving them the laugh. Even when he was wee. Must have been just as big back then, though it don't really feel that way. The old man's brows furrow for a moment he is lost deep in thought. I struggle with English, apologies. Basilo will be warming his bones up at the old abandoned farmhouse right behind us. I'm there. Alright, we'll see. Have a good day. And I'm just glad it didn't end up like Deliverance, if you guys are familiar with that film. The man slinks off into the fog, heading north. As his form dissolves into nothingness of the mist, you can hear him muttering to himself excitedly. Alright. Good enough, I guess. Sorrow Eater. Whoa. Okay. The small farm is overgrown and derelict, and it appears to have been abandoned. At one point, you muse, this must have been a quaint place. Good spot to raise a family, perhaps. Suddenly, as if summoned by your very thoughts, the faint but unmistakable sound of children's laughter is carried on the wind. The sound is oddly distorted with a strange, echoing quality, and for some reason it chills you to your bones. The sorrow is interrupted by a woman's cry of pain, or perhaps sorrow. Oh good, ghosts! Alright. Old boy said he'd be here. Beds and inns. Keep an eye out for beds or inns to rest in while adventuring. Doing so is superior to sleeping in the wild. While resting at an inn or in a bed, you have the option to manage the party! Exclamation point. Okay. This means you can choose what characters get to be part of your main party and who should wait in camp. It must be a fairly big cast because we've got 6 slots over here. Camp followers do not earn XP and never participate in combat. Camp followers will, for the most part, not engage in the narrative. There are a few exceptions to this, however, and there are some cases where even characters outside your main party may chime in during conversations. Okay. There's the one who cheated Mother Maelstrom and loaded with trinkets for old Basilio, perhaps? There might be some fine coin in it for you. The old man shakes a worn leather pouch at you that clinks with the sound of coins. Stay as long as you like, just don't drink all the water in the well. The fireplace casts a warm glow across the piles of old fish bones, broken furniture, and strange trinkets that litter the ruined home. Basilio hums contentedly to himself. Alright. We just straight up kill him. Alright, let's trade. Crude mace. Okay, that would be nice. That's 31. Alright, I can't use that. Let's sell that. We can't sell that. Or, well, we can't sell that. Let's pick up the mace. How much does this cost? 50 gold for a pot? Whoa. Alright. Lantern. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to get some rope too. See, my D&D brain is rolling. So I'm like, I need rope, I need a 10-foot pole, I need a lantern. Let's see. Alright, let's just sell him this and that. Bread knife. Let's get all that out of our inventory. Let's keep the thieves' tools. I'll take the arrows. Or keep the arrows, rather. Can we use a shield as a cleric? I can't remember. You got 7 gold. Alright, let's just exit. Oh, we can save here. Okay, let's drop a quick save then. Let's save. Alright. Saved. Can we just take this? My pumpkin now. Star spot. A blood-curdling howl cuts through the fog. Whatever its source, it's not far away, and it's dangerous. Okay. We could... No, let's go back. Let's go back and... Let's go back and see if we can find that cave Katiana had mentioned to us. It's to the west, I believe. Alright, past the corpse. This way? Ooh, okay. I want to look a fool if there's a club in some of this before we get to a combat encounter. Oh, hello. Perhaps I'm not wrong. The stench of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, grotesquely misshapen crustacean horrors feast greedily on the corpse of the dead crew of the Zephyr. Blessed horrors, Kat spits it through her teeth. What manner of forces spawned these creatures? Okay. Okay. When you get close enough, you'll enter combat. Interesting. So I need to be... No, she needs to be back. And then I want to be up here. Begin combat. Smack that guy. Katya. Oh, she missed. Katya. Smack that guy. There we go. Behold, combat. To quote Josh Drapez. Which has that dude's amazing, by the way. If you guys don't... Oh my goodness. I've been smacked. Please. Please, land a hit. Why can I not hit? Please. I beg of you. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm not in a good way. Okay, there we go. Victory. Chitin. Or I believe, or chitin. Depends on your pronunciation, I suppose. Sure, while. Not has journal entry, crab cave entrance. Okay. Well, I am a bit beat up. Let's drop a save. Let's drop a save here. Let's go in. Eons worth the sea's ravage upon the land has given birth to this cave. From its depths, a stench of seaweed and rotting flesh arises. So foul is it that it feels like some evil entity attempting to force its way through the pores of your skin into the core of your being. Toughness versus 10. Try not to vomit. After rolling 8. Alright, 2 plus 2d6 plus 8. Okay. Skill check. I have been found wanting. I lose my stomach. Blech. Your breathing becomes rapid and shallow as your mind is flooded by the image of foul things in the darkness, feasting on the spilling entrails of swollen sea corpses. The chamber around you spins and you vomit explosively. Feeling utterly empty, you regain your composure after a few minutes. The narrow passages of the cave ahead seem foreboding. See, patch of cave child. Alright, maybe we try and sell some stuff. And we come back, right? Maybe that's what we do. Because the lantern was, what, 20? And we picked up some extra stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to get something for that. I love the CRT setting, by the way. It's freaking awesome. Alright. Alright, what's wrong with the well, by the way? Best not drink the water there. Tastes funny and gives you strange dreams. Besides, children mostly use it for their games these days. There are children here? Oh, like ghost children. Meredith's little runs. Oleg and Andy, I think. Spends most of their time playing with their mother in the well. Oh, no. Alright, let's sell this. Sell that. Sell all that. Wine jug. Silk ribbon. Weaving comb. We need 2 more. What can we sell? Penny buns. Don't sell the gold. Let's get this out of my inventory. Cave child. Sell 2 of those, and then we can get the rest of the lantern. Don't want to steal. There we go. Alright. The just ahead of you is wet and covered in seaweed. It also looks familiar. Instantly, you realize this is your luggage from the Zephyr. It had been stowed too well to get to during the mutiny, but by some miracle, it made it to shore where it must have been salvaged. Better yet, the combination lock remains sound, meaning the content of the chest is still likely unmolested. You best not be getting any ideas of my property, little fishy. Basilio growls as he eyes you suspiciously. I think you mean my property. What old Mother Maelstrom saw fit to bequeath upon me is eyes keeps. Basilio's eyes narrow as he fiddles with the strap of his club. Then again, that's not to say I mightn't be willing to make a deal with you. What'd you have in mind? See, there's this strange man, stargazer he is, came here a few days ago, perched himself on that cliff right over there. Basillo points to the cliff that rises over the beach. The beach to the east. Thing is, he was carrying something I could hardly put into words. It's like a tube with glass in it that used to look at the stars and such. Telescope? Ah, that's what he called it. Old Basillo would love to have it if he can get your way up to where he may camp. There's meaning in the stars, you see, old wisdom and such. And don't fret, Basillo's so big old fat crows circling near the camp. I'll bet Basillo's eye that the stargaze is dead and rotten and his telescope's just waiting to be salvaged. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Alright, can we use the bet? Okay. Resting. This is the camp screen. You can feed the party and select camp activities. Interesting. The game always autosaves when you make camp. To fully recover, you must be well fed. 10 points of food is required per party member to recover to 100. You'll only recover partially otherwise. Interesting. Take a shot for every time I say interesting when playing this game. Please don't, by the way. I am not responsible for you being in a bad way after doing something silly like that. Alright, add food by double clicking, okay. Also need to set camp activities. These provide bonuses based on your character's skills. Train. Attempt to instruct the party in lore. 2d6 plus 1 versus 10 difficulty. Forage. Find some extra food. 2d6 plus 3. Those versus 10. 2d6 plus 2. Fletch. Make arrows. Okay. Success as the motivated. Where's your motivation? Train. Okay. 6 plus 3, so I'm good at that. I'm good at foraging, actually, too. What's Katya? What's she good at? Foraging, fletching, entertaining. Okay. Training, not so much. Food value is 10. 1. Put one of these in here. And she'll forage. I'll attempt to entertain. Begin rest. Camp activities begin. I was successful, and she found a ration. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to recover partially. So I'm a little bit better than before, at the very least. Strange, man. Alright. Alright. What do we want to do? Let's check out the cave real quick. Let's check out the cave. Oh. I can navigate my way back there. I'm assuming I wouldn't put it past this game to have some kind of time mechanic in it. But I also don't know that for sure, and it's not giving that to me explicitly, so I'm not going to make out as if it does. Oh dear, okay. Oh wow, that's a lot of guys. And I want you to be back here. Katya going first. Shoot that guy. Oh, shoot. Alright, yeah, we wanna... Shoot that guy. Okay, that guy's panicked. maneuvers? Imperial Litany. Oh, I do have spells now. Okay. Plus 11 by... Okay, that's actually huge. Okay. I guess I'm the tank now. Shoot that guy. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, please. Okay, how many arrows do you have? You got 4 arrows left. If she doesn't freaking miss. Okay. Wait, am I... Why do I not have my mace equipped? There we go. Much better. 3 blind. Okay. Smack that guy. Tasha, please. Okay. Lay on hands. Okay, this is our man of mark. Very bottom. Oh! Something just dropped. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Beat that guy. Out of ammo. Crap. Oh, no, I wanna, oh dear. Shift. And hold your action. Alright. Beat up that guy. Okay. I want you to smack that guy, and then we will encircle him. Oh, we can't. Oh, disengage. Backstab. Oh yeah, because she is a rogue after all. There we go. These guys panic to get another backstab. Okay. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. Get the rope. Get another lantern. Sturdy wooden chest. Nice, 2. We're still going through 5. Let's see if we can pick it. Nice. Cutlass. Breastplate. I believe I can wear that. 6. Breastplate. Soaks plus 6. Very good. Stack of writing paper. No? Okay. Crates. Old and ruined shipping crates litter this part of the cave. Only smugglers would use a place like this to store their goods. Perhaps there are other similar caches to be found in the Outer Isles? Alright. Alright, I don't like how that's looking. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we are going to drop a save. So we found some extra stuff. Found some goodies. Katja needs some arrows. She's a silly goose. And doesn't like to actually hit things. I think they're fair. Oh, and we can use the fletch action as well, can't we? Okay. I'll be interested to see if I recover my mana as well. That she will actually try and forage, and she'll try and fletch. Look at that. Get rest. I didn't find any food, and she's too wounded to work. Oh well. At the very least, we'll get some extra stuff going. Get a little bit of rest going, and then we'll brave the swamps again. trade. Cutlass. We'll sell that for now. Get rid of these chitons. Or chittens, as I like to call them. Parchment paper is expensive. More dice, alright. 62. Those are 50 a pop. That's nuts. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, these wants 2 a pop. Yeah, give me all that stuff. We need arrows, man. These are actual decent arrows. Yeah, 20 of those now. So we had +0 arrows. Okay, we got 20 arrows now. Got enough. Let's just go ahead and take his whole stock. Okay. We do have an extra lantern, although I'm inclined to keep that, right? Because something's going to happen. I'm going to drop it, or something is going to take it. We're going to run into a mimic or something if they're in this game. Some sort of trap, and we're going to lose one. Let's exit. And next time we play... Oh dear, it's dark out here now. It's spooky out there. I don't like it. We are going to pick up from here, I guess, and try and go back into the spooky cave. See what's in there. I'm wondering if Roland is down there. If you guys remember from the very start, our mercenary companion. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. But in any case, I am fascinated by this game. And I am very much enjoying it. I love that it's got CRT TV settings. I love the vibe of it so far. I like the music. I'm intrigued, very much so, and I really hope it continues to be a good game. I'm definitely going to be playing this game more. I might play it later this week, actually. Whether it's in one of the slots that I usually play in, or whether it's just a guerrilla stream somewhere, so stay tuned. I'm liking this so far. This is a cool little game. But alright, so what can you guys expect later this week, or into the coming week, rather? Okay, Monday, we'll have Mecha Monday, as usual. We're going to play more Mechanicus. We're going to take a break from building Gunpla-Kits. So we're going to continue that. Tuesday... Oh, I didn't mean to take a screenshot, but that's where we're at. Tuesday, I'll probably play Mahotsukai no Yoru, or Witch on the Holy Night. It's the visual novel we've been working through. And then we'll probably play this Thursday. Maybe. We'll see. We might play some more Dark Souls 3, because we do have that going. We might do that. We'll play it by ear. We'll play it by ear. What we'll call it Monday is going to be Mecha Monday with Mechanicus. The day after tomorrow is going to be Mahotsukai. We'll continue our visual novel, and then the rest of the week coming up, I'll think of it over the next few days, and I'll make sure you guys know in those streams. So, in any case, I appreciate you guys being here. I had a good time. I hope you did too. I hope this was a good part of your day. I hope you had a blessed Sunday, and I genuinely hope you have a good week as we move into the week. At least it is for me. Tomorrow's Monday for me, so I hope you guys have a good work week, and I really look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.